All right, well, welcome to Web Design 2, or Web Development, depending on. So this is going to be a flipped classroom, and basically what that means is that you watch the lectures or whatever, you do the lecture material outside of class, and then in class you actually do the homework, which I guess then it's not really called homework at that point, but you know what I'm saying. So basically what I do is I'm just going to make a video. I mean, I have the text here, and I'm just going to walk through it with you. So, class introduction. So obviously I'm John Cohn. I'm the instructor. I work at Cecil in the visual communications program. Basically I overlook the game design and the web design programs, but you can see a demo reel of my stuff here. This is where you can get a hold of me. Don't call me though, because I probably won't even be in the office, and the best way to get hold of me is here, because I can always see my email. So that's not, so just if you have an issue, email me and then I will respond. We can kind of skip this for now. So this is the course description. You can download the syllabus here if you want to see it. Here's a link to Blackboard. We will be using Blackboard. Blackboard is a requirement actually at the school and for students as well. I'm going to use Blackboard for a number of things. Actually, Cecil.blackboard. Actually, you can click on it here. I should have just done that. You can click on it there, and that will bring you right to it. Let me pause this so I can. But we will be using Blackboard for the assignments and rubrics are going to be posted on there. That's how you will submit your grade, your assignments. The grades will be posted there. I will email you through there and set up announcements. So like if I'm not going to be in class or something, I use the announcements page in order to say, hey, I'm not going to be there. Kids are sick. That's just always what it is. But just get an idea. Oh, you know what? Actually, this one's not entirely set up yet. Let me go to my web design 2. Here we go. So basically, when you're in here, so you just log in. So like I said, you can click on that. If you start here, you can see here's course introduction. This is for a different class, but it's the same idea. And then underneath, you can see class 1, 2, blah, 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 right? So right now you guys only have class 1, but if you click on the class, there's the introduction. You can click on this, and that will bring you to the, apparently nothing here. Why is that not, have to check that out. This will open up the rubric where you can submit the assignment. So this is the lecture, this is the assignment, and then any extra resources will be on the bottom. And you click on this, and then you can see the assignment. You can click to view the rubric, right? And then you can browse your computer and attach your file or files, okay, right through here. All right, so that is Blackboard. So yeah, we're gonna be using all that. So if you have any issues with it, let me know, but you should know Blackboard, I think, at this point, considering this is the second web class. It's gonna be set up very similar to the first web one, where you're gonna have 3 major projects, and then all the assignments are just parts of that project. Okay, so there'll be 3 projects, and there'll be 4 assignments in each project, so you end up with 12 total assignments. Okay, the first project is going to be like an email advertisement page. It's just like a 1-sheet web page, basically, where you're just going to advertise something. I don't really care what it is. It could be cookies. It could be advertising for cars and how awesome your dog is, whatever. And you're just going to manually code that. It's partly for review, and also we'll do some more advanced stuff in that. Then what you're going to do for your second project is going to be like a business website. So it could just be a mock business. It doesn't have to be like a real one. It's a good thing to do a business one, because if you are going to be a web designer, then obviously you can be probably doing businesses most of the time. So it'd be good in your portfolio if you have some examples. So that's what you're going to do there. And it's just going to be a WordPress site, kind of like your final project, but we're going to create a child theme in it. And basically, it just gives you an extra layer of control beyond like just the basic, choosing a theme and that being it. And then the last thing is going to create your own WordPress theme. Okay, so that'll be something. But basically, you're just going to follow this exact process, and then from there you'll build it up. But this could change because this is the first time I taught this class, so this could definitely change. So just, be thinking about what you want to do. And the final project can be whatever you want. I don't really care. Usually people do portfolios. You could do another business site. You could do about a hobby or whatever. So HTML and CSS. We're going to be using Visual Studio Code in class. Or I'm going to be using, I should say. Obviously, if you're at Cecil, you can go ahead and use the Adobe Dreamweaver. I don't care. You can use whatever you want. This is just the one that I kind of prefer. Here's some other ones. You can just click on them and they'll send you to there. But if you have a different one you want to use, go for that. I don't care. Because in the end, all I'm doing is getting your text, so it doesn't actually matter. So here's some reminders of basic HTML. So if you look, this is your basic kind of setup, right? So you always put this on the top to say it's HTML5. This is where HTML starts and ends. You have a head, right? And inside the head is the title and the meta. And then you have a body, and that's your actual content. And this will be in here. So obviously the title is what shows up here. That's this, and this all shows up here, okay? So that's basically what it looks like. So here are most of the tags. You probably won't even use anything really above this. You'll probably just mostly use these so you can see that, paragraph, just so you remember what they are. And you can see them written here. Okay, so that should be helpful. So basic CSS. So in this case, I'm just showing an example of an internal CSS because that's what I'm going to be doing in the beginning. Obviously, you'd want to do inline, internal, or external. Generally, external is the more preferred one, but it's, for the first assignment, since it's one sheet, it just makes sense to do internal as opposed to external. But normally you're just going to put that right inside the head, right? So you got the head here, and then I got to change this because it doesn't say style. It should say style and stuff. So I will fix this because that's probably going to make it broken for you. Anyway, but that's what it would look like, and I will fix that in a little bit. So here's the most common CSS rules. You can see I put them here, but width and height and margin and padding, border, color, background color, font family, font size. These are probably the ones you're going to use the most. So I just kind of put them there. And then here see, this has got style in it. I remember to put it there. I have this basic one here just as an example, and you can see it over here. Okay, so it's a little bit, it's actually not 100% accurate, but it's there anyway. So it gives you an idea of what it should sort of look like when you go to make yours. Okay, and then lastly, which is probably going to be the most useful for you, is this reference section. So this is just like an HTML tag reference, right? So it's just the W3 schools stuff. So if you want to look at it here, or you could just click on HTML, and then HTML, and then it'll, you could find what you're looking for. Like if you can't remember how to, like, I don't know, make a table, then you can click on this, and they have, this is really well laid out, and it's good for educational purposes. CSS rules, the same thing. The color picker is useful because you can go in here and find the color you want. So choose a color. Oops. Okay, and then you would just, copy and paste. Adobe Color is just a color. A color picking tool, like, so it'll help you make your color scheme. And you can choose different whatever that you want. All right. Google Fonts, you're going to need this. So if you remember, you're kind of limited on the font choices that you have, but if you use this tool, you can go ahead and make, you can, embed these into your site there. And then this is just a, like a Photoshop clone, if you will. So just create, you can open up an image, but basically, okay. What you'll see is, you can crop and draw and do all your edits and stuff. It's got adjustments just like you would be used to. You can deal with layers, although I don't see any layers. Let's do a new layer. Where's the layer panel? Let's see, view layers. I don't see the layers. Huh. Should have a layer panel. I don't see where it is though. Maybe it's this. No, it doesn't move around. Anyway. But it's a lot like Photoshop and stuff, so you should be, if you're familiar with that, you can use that. Obviously, Photoshop's preferred, but, if you're if you're poor like me, you can use that. And then on the bottom here is the assignment. So basically you're just going to make an email advertisement, kind of already talked about it earlier. Basically just make something kind of like this to start with, and then we're going to make it responsive next week, and then we'll add some other things in there. Okay. But so yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to have a tutorial video down here that you can follow. This isn't currently the right one. Right now it's uploading. And that will be in here as well. And yeah, so this class is mostly going to be kind of self-directed. You guys are going to be doing it pretty much on your own. And so what that means is I'll just post these videos wherever. You'll just watch the videos, and then it's mostly just going to be project-based, and it's about you. That guy has low self-esteem. It's going to be about you developing more of a portfolio more than anything else, like just getting your work together and stuff like that, and adding some more skills. But if you have any questions, let me know.